Hey there guys, welcome back to Skirmish Miniature Gaming. It's Luke here and I'm back for some more kill team. We're stuck in lockdown at the moment, so I'm doing the best I can to still get out some bat reps for you guys, so I hope you enjoy it. This one today is Tau versus Harlequins. We haven't had both on for a while, especially Tau, so I thought why not? We'll throw them down, do a couple of interesting lists and use one of the new kill team boards to do that on. And it was also voted for this month as one of our voted for games by our Patreon members. If you'd like to support us and support the future of Kill Team on the channel and the sustainability of the channel so that you actually still get Kill Team bat reps, not many out there, let's be honest, so the backing guys would be awesome as always, so you can do that in the link in the description below. And once per month you get to vote for a Kill Team game for which factions you'd like to see face off, so please do get involved. Otherwise, make sure to throw a like on the videos, guys. Subscribe if you're new. We have got plenty of Kill Team bat reps coming, I'm sure, with the new announcements being made. And of course, please do leave comments down below. That's important too, guys. Helps out a lot. And I'd love to get talking to you about the game and Kill Team in general. But we'll see you there, guys. Enjoy this one. Okay, then here we go. The two kill teams for today's game. We have the Tau Zealot Specialist. So that's going to be +1 leadership and rerolling ones when shooting. And the Harlequins, they're going to be the Soaring Spiked Serpent's Brood, which is basically the one where they when they advance, they use all their pistols as if they were advanced weapons, and they don't get minuses when doing it. When shooting with them after advancing, so that's pretty awesome. They've all got pretty good pistols as well, so we'll get more into this here for each kill team. So Zealot except for the Tau, as I say, they get the buffs that they do. One of the stronger ones you can take, I think, so I couldn't resist doing that. And we've got a lot of firepower, so it makes sense. We've got 3 gun drones in support. One will be hopefully tagging along with the Crisis Battlesuit, as which I've also upgraded to have the Iridium Battlesuit for 2-up save instead of the normal save that he has. So, and then he's going to have a burst cannon and a flamer on each arm, and then I've upgraded him as well to just because I had some spare points lying around, I gave him a drone controller, so whichever drone's with him will get +1 to the hit rolls. That's also a Chasse Villar version of the battlesuit as well, so has the better stat line things than the standard one. Coming over to the infantry though, we've got 2 fire warriors at the back there, one of which is going to be the leader specialist on the back right, and the one on the left here in the middle is going to have DS8 tactical support turret with the smart missile system, because that'll go better against the Harlequins, to be honest, which is the one with 4 shots, and you can always shoot things that are out of line of sight, so it's like artillery essentially. I've then taken a Pathfinder gunner here at the front as my demo specialist, who's going to be taking a massive rail rifle, just a bit more long range kind of damage output that can be done through that. Apologies, sorry, the other pulse rifle is the one at the front here. He's going to be my con specialist. He's the one with the tactical turret there with the smart missile system. These 2 at the back here are breachers, and they're just going to have their blast rifles. Also just worth pointing out that the battlesuit is going to be my heavy specialist. There weren't many other specialists left to use, so I figured it might come in handy for him possibly if he makes any advanced moves with his assault weapons, etc. But that is it for the Tau list, I believe. Obviously Zealot, like I said, +1 leadership, rerolling 1s for shooting. Onto the Harlequins, and pretty simple really. Everything that here, so if we go over to the front, we've got a leader specialist with Harlequin's blade and neurodisrupt pistol. Just inside there we've got medic specialist with Harlequin blade, neurodisruptor pistol. Everything else that has a Harlequin blade here also has a neurodisruptor pistol, despite what they're modelled with. So anything with a Harlequin blade basically has a neurodisruptor pistol. Everything on the right flank here, so the Zealot and the combat specialist both have Harlequin caresses with fusion pistols. And then also here we've got a Harlequin Kiss, non-specialist model with a fusion pistol. So basically everything with a Harlequin blade has the other variation of pistol, so it's fairly easy to work out there. Alright then, here we go. Table setup is as follows today. We've got one of the kill team boards, followed by some urban mats, desert rock formations, which are really handy, and these are from the Deathworld Forest set, kind of some Eldar ruins to go with our Harlequins today, with some of the Deathworld Forest trees in there. So works really nicely for the map. Kind of created a bit of a symmetrical square of terrain, if you like, just to block off line of sight and things like that. Especially as we've got quite a lot of shooting going on this game. And I'm taking a mission just from the core manual really for for kill team, I thought I'd just go back to one of these for today's, which is going to be a match play mission, recover intelligence. As you can see, that is your setup there, the 5 objectives, and it's kind of that diagonal deployment. So sorry about the light there, guys. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the 2 diagonal deployments, triangles in the middle there. I've already set up the objectives on the table. As you can see, one's just down in behind the trees there, number 3, number 2 down there. The numbers don't really matter, however, depending on what side either faction is on, they will get 2 points for holding their opponent's objectives. So let's say the Harlequins are on this side, they'll get a point for holding their own ones at the end of the battle round, 3 points for the middle one, and 2 points for the ones at the back. So it should be pretty interesting there. All right, we'll do a priority roll-off. We'll go for the Harlequins with a 3, and the Tau are going to get a 6. So the Tau will have priority. Let's put the Tau on this side here, shall we say. They'll start on this side with a diagonal. It's 6 inches across either way from the middle, and 5 inches from the middle for the point of the triangle there. And then we'll start the Harlequins over on the other side. The Harlequins will have to drop their model in first, followed by the Tau. So we'll drop everything in and come back to you after deployment. Alright then, deployment is all complete. Let's go through this here. We've got the rail rifle demo specialist for the Tau on the flank here, looking for some line of sight straight down the middle, trying to find any pathways they can. We've got the comms specialist with pulse rifle and the support turret with smart missile system. You've got the pulse rifle leader specialist there, fire warrior, and you've got the 2 blast rifles with their accompanying drones at the front, looking to get forwards and with protection from the drones. I also, by the way, put the big battle suit into reserves with the drone, so I've already taken a command point off the Tau ready for when I drop them in deep strike at the end of the movement phase. Harlequins, pretty simple. Zealot Specialist, Combat Specialist with caresses at the front. Medic just in behind there with Harlequin Blade and Neurodisruptor Pistol. And then we've got the Harlequin Kiss here with Fusion Pistol. Everything else is pretty much just the standard Harlequin Blade and a Neurodisruptor upgrade pistol elsewhere. The Leader Specialist at the back there is waiting just to hold down Objective 3 as well. So should be pretty interesting here, a very confined kind of deployment, but to both sides doing something similar. But we'll have to wait and see how both sides do first battle round, and the Tau have that added kind of reserves shoot dropping in, so it'll be interesting to see what they can do. We'll do a roll off for initiative though for battle round 1, both sides starting on 2 command points and 0 victory points obviously. Let's do Harlequins getting a 9, that's a good roll, and the Tau getting an 8. So the Harlequins with initiative, they'll get to go first here for battle round 1. First up here for the Harlequins then, the leader specialist, pretty simple. He's just going to move up in behind here and try not to leave any space for that drone to come in later on. So he's just going to stay within 2 of that objective there, Objective 3, and then kind of leave not enough space for the battle suit to come right down in there. In fact, I think he can probably tuck in slightly more. He wouldn't mind some cover there. So he'll tuck in to the side there. So he's actually going to tuck right in there because then he's within 12 with the pistol of the blast rifles at the front here, but they've got a chance to move yet anyway, so we'll wait and see how that ends up doing. The Zealot and the Combat Specialist at the front will go next. They're just going to try and charge the Breacher team here, and we'll start off with the Zealot Specialist on the left hand side there, who will charge both of the Breachers, see if he can get in on both. Both can't see him for Overwatch, however the one on the left there can be seen by my leader Pathfinder, who will use for the greater good to try and pull off a shot against him. He's just outside of rapid fire, and I mean like about an inch out with 15-inch range, so just one shot from the pulse rifle, no rapid fire, but it is strength 5, so it's going to be on 3s here to wound, but I need a 6 up to hit. No hits, but I am re-rolling 1s to shoot due to my Sarshire, and nothing from that on a 5. So it will just be a charge roll for the Zealot Specialist, and obviously 3d6 for the Harlequins. And I get in there, that is an 11. I think that was enough if I'm not mistaken. And there we go, that's 11 inches. Obviously they ignore terrain, height and everything like that. So he just flip belts, somersault, straight over the top and easily into the 2. And that's a nice successful charge there from the Zealot Specialist. So we're going to, without harm now, go with the Combat Specialist and do a similar thing. The combat specialist on the right is going to go now, but he's just going to choose to target the ones on the left hand side here, because if he chooses the ones on the right, then this nasty rail rifle has line of sight of him to use for the greater good. So I'm being clever about this. In fact, actually, my bad, the smart missile system can actually overwatch for 4 shots against things that it can't see on 6s. So it is going to be going for that. So he's still going to choose these 2 as targets, but the smart missile system will actually be able to shoot at him. So on 6s, and no, didn't get any 6s there, unfortunately. So will not be able to get any hits off. So it's going to be a 3d6 charge from the combat specialist. See what he can get. That is 7 and 10 inches this time. Will not be enough. And to just get within half an inch there, 10 inches will just about do it, to be honest, from the combat specialist, lining it up with the bases. So you can get to about there, and that'll do him nicely. So he didn't manage to get in touch with the drone, but he still managed to get in combat, and that's all that matters really there. Nice charging so far from the Harlequins. And for the Harlequins, at the start of the movement phase, I was meant to do this, to be fair, but I'll do it now anyway. The Harlequin's Harlequin's kiss, here with the fusion pistol, is going to get stimmed by the medic for a command point, so they're down to 1 left, which will give him +1 charge, advance, and attack this round in fight phase. So that adds a bit of movement to his charge. He is going to try and this time charge the fire warrior at the front there. He's not going to target the drone because the drone can actually see him for overwatch, whereas the blast rifle can't. So the only thing that they'll be able to do here, the only one that hasn't overwatched for greater good, is the rail rifle, but I'm just going to have to let him go with it here. So the rail rifle will get to overwatch. And once again there, 15 inches, not quite for rapid fire from the rail rifle, so just a single shot on a 6. Does get it though. Oh, that's really not good, is it, for the Harlequin? But this is going to be strength 6, so wounding on 2s. 6 ups cause an additional mortal wound with the rail rifle. Doesn't mortal wound, but definitely gets a wound. As always though, for Harlequins, 4 up invuln for the Harlequin player with the Harlequin's kiss. Doesn't make it. Probably needs to re-roll that, and will. So it goes down to 0 command points to try and survive here. Needs a 4 up. Oh, rolls a 1 and does not get it. D3 damage from the rail rifle for 1, and will take down the Harlequin on a 4 up. Does it. Wow, nasty stuff. That's not a good start for the Harlequins. It was a risk me doing it, but to be honest, did I think he'd roll a 6? No, I didn't. So there we go. Down he goes. But they managed to get 2 others in. I suppose that's that. It just wasted 2 command points really trying to keep him alive and using the medic on him. So yeah, unfortunate really, but that's everything there. We'll move on to the rest of the Harlequin players. I'm going to move in here just this Harlequin blade and just keep cover there within 2 inches of the objective to help hold that down, but keeping behind the rock a bit for line of sight purposes, being against Tau obviously. We'll go and advance here, I think, with the medic now. So advancing the medic, +4. That's more than enough. I'll drag myself anyway up top, and the medic's got a neurodisruptor pistol, so can easily shoot down with 12-inch range there, so that's nice. Also going to advance the other 2 models there, so we'll do those at the same time. The one on the left for +6, the one on the right for +4, not bad. 12 inches is enough to get this one on the flank, just up behind there onto some cover, and so long as I'm within 2 inches of the objective, which I'm not quite there, so I'll just jump up to the next level. The other one from the left flank is just going to go up top as well and help support the medic up top to hold down objective 1, and that will do me nicely. So objective 4 is the only one they're not pinning down right now. It will be onto the Tau and their movement phase. So pretty simple really then for the Tau. We're going to go make a move with the Pathfinder for 6, get him just in behind objective 5 and out of line of sight of the Harlequin up top, but he can still then shoot up into the medic or the standard Harlequin there later on, and he'll hopefully keep a bit of cover from them as well in return. The drones will sit there supporting the breaches in combat. The comm specialist will sit back here with the drone, I believe, as well. The leader specialist will move and gain cover there in the tree line to hold down objective 4. And that'll be that, and we'll see how they do going into the shooting phase, etc. The 2 at the back here are going to ready, as well as the 2 drones there. They're outside of combat. So at the end of the movement phase, they've already spent a command point to use Manta Strike and drop in the battlesuit and the accompanying drone there. This is what's going to help out the town massively, I reckon. And there we go, the battlesuit with his gun drone, has dropped down in behind the leader specialist, who's tucked down inside on objective 3. He was going to jump down behind any of the Harlequins at the end of the day. It's always a ruthless drop with the Manta Strike. And he's got line of sight of both back objectives there. So it's working well for the tower at the moment, and we'll see what the battlesuit can do. So the tactical support turret's going to go, and it's going to get comms by the comms specialist to ignore the cover up here that the Harlequins will have. He's going to go for the medic specialist, because might as well go for the specialist instead of the other one, to be honest, in this situation. So instead of 5 ups, it's back to 4 ups for the turret. And we missed 2. However, I had a 1 in there, so I can re-roll that, and missed that. So that misses. We do have 2 hits though, and it's strength 5, so wounding on 3s. And get 2 wounds. 2 4-up saves for the medic specialist, which he makes. There we go, bit of redemption there for the Harlequins. The comms specialist himself might as well go. He will shoot up over into the Harlequin here. It's going to be 2 shots, would have been on 4s but goes to 5s due to him having cover. So we'll see what we can do. And nothing but re-rolling a 1 for Sarche, and gets 1. Wounding is going to be strength 5, so 3 up, and gets a wound. So that is just a 4-up save for the Harlequin. Doesn't make it, can't re-roll, there's no re-rolls left for them here, so it's just going to be flesh wounding for the pulse rifle shot there. But he's within an inch of cover, so this is going to be on a 5-up instead of a 4-up, which he does do though, wow. So that's another Harlequin that bites the dust, and they've had to give up objective 5 there. The 2 gun drones can now go. The one on the left hand side, it's going to be 4 shots from 2 pulse carbines. Would be 5s normally, but goes to 6s anyway because they have cover up here. So we'll go for the medic again, see what we can do on 6s, re-rolling 1s for Sarche. See if we can get a 6 with the re-roll. Doesn't get it, so we'll go with the second drone, and he'll go into the same target on 6s, re-rolling 1s. Re-roll that 1, but we've got 1 6 already. And wounding is going to be strength 5, so on 3s, with no wound and no re-rolling that one. Harlequins do have initiative now though, so they can shoot one of their pistols first, and it's probably going to have to be the leader specialist with his neurodisruptor pistol before he gets taken out by the battlesuit. So we're going to go for him anyway. We'll see what we can do, perhaps even get rid of the drone. So it's going to be single shot on a 3-up because half range and no cover. And then it's going to be 5 up to wound though, strength 4, toughness 5, which he does get. That's exceptional. Okay, so minus 3 AP, that's a 5-up save for the battlesuit. He's going to take the damage. It would be D3, which would be 1 anyway, and that will take down the drone. And that will take down the drone instead, because he'll shift a mortal wound onto the drone and take that. So the battlesuit's lost its drone, however the battlesuit will choose to go next for shooting phase and will try to take out the leader specialist here. He's going to shoot the flamer into the leader specialist, and then he's going to go with the battle cannon, burst cannon into this other fighter on the flank here. So leader specialist will get shot by the flamer first. So auto hitting with the flamer, D6 shots for 6, brutal start. So 6 shots, it's going to be wounding on 3s with strength 4. Oh, not so good, and not re-rolling wounds either. So still 2 wounds though, which is brutal against Harlequins. There's no cover either, by the way, there guys, for the Harlequin leader. He's not quite got enough cover. So it's going to be 2 4-up invuns for the Harlequin player, leader. Neither go through, no re-rolls left either anyway. So 1 will go through to try and finish him off. It's on a 4-up because he's not got cover. And down he goes. Leader specialist drops as well for the Harlequins. And the battlesuit wrecking face already. He's got the burst cannon now going into the other Harlequin on this flank. Right, there's no cover for the Harlequin player here, but the burst cannon is long range. So it's going to be 4 shots, and it's going to be on 5s now, re-rolling 1s. 5s, re-rolling 1s, see what he can do. And no 1s and no 5s, 5 up, so bad shots from the burst cannon. That's evened things out a bit for the Harlequins, luckily enough. And so that Harlequin player can wait a little while now to actually shoot his pistol. The medic specialist is going to go first with his neurodisruptor pistol and shoot down into this drone. That's the only one that didn't get charged from the Harlequin players, so I need to get rid of this one to help out with the blast rifle down at the bottom there. And it's going to be half range here as well, 6 inches, so we'll see what we can get. And easily getting it there anyway. Wounding, strength 4, toughness 4 with a neurodisruptor pistol, so see what we can get. Strength 4s to wound. Wounds, and yeah, no save from the neurodisruptor pistol either. It's just going to be D3 damage. For 3, that's really helpful because now it's just going to be straight up 4 ups to wound, flesh wound, and take him out of action, and he does. So that is going to be straight out of action for the gun drone there. We'll go with the demo specialist rail rifle here, who will shoot up into the Harlequin player that hasn't shot. It's going to be half range this time, and they're going to have cover though. So this is going to be on 5s, re-rolling 1s from the rail rifle. Oh wow, 2 hits, easily done there, and wounding is going to be on 2s, no doubt, with demo as well. Easily done, no 6s there though for additional mortal wounds from the rail rifle, so that's just 2 4-up invuns for the Harlequin player. 1 fails, 1 passes, so 1 will go through, D3 damage. For 2 flesh wound rolls, but this is going to be a bit harder to kill him because he's in cover, so it's going to be 2 5-ups to take him out, 2 dice on a 5-up. On one of the dice he goes down for the minus, and couldn't do it. However, the Tau, I believe, have a reroll there, so I will do it. I'm going to reroll, go down to 0. I need 1 5-up on 2 dice here. Gets it with one of them, worth the reroll, and they're down to 0 command points, but the player bites the dust. Okay, that would have been one of the other players to have shot there, but he's gone down. So the only other one left for the Harlequins that hasn't charged is over here. And he'll shoot 12-inch range, so long range there, but no cover, into the battlesuit. So it's going to be a single shot on a 4-up. Gets it though on a 6, and wounding is needed on a 5-up though, which he also gets with no reroll, so really needed that. That's minus 3 AP for a 5-up save for the battlesuit, which he does make though, nasty stuff. So that Iridium battlesuit coming in again. The only model left to shoot then is the pulse rifle, rapid fire, up into the medic, which is going to be on 5s, rerolling 1s due to cover. Reroll that 1 for a 5-up, which is nothing. So that is no more wounds to be dished out there by the Tau. Only 4 players remaining on the board, but is that going to be enough for them? We'll have to wait and see. Harlequin's yet to do more damage here in combat as well, as we do move into the fight phase. And the players here are going to pile in, ready for the fight phase, because they both charged, so they're both going first anyway. Moving in there, and then the combat specialist will move round into the drone and the fire warrior there. Combat specialist will go first. He's got 5 attacks, so he's going to go 3 into the breacher and 2 into the drone. But we'll do the 2 into the drone first. Yeah, Harlequin's Caress gives +2 strength, so we'll go with the roll against the drone. We need 3s to hit first, which we get only 1 hit, but it would be enough. We need to wound though on a 3, which they don't get. That's really going to hurt them because he needed to take out the drone separate from the breacher to be able to deal what he needed to. But he's got 3 attacks now into the breacher, which will just end up going into the drone anyway, so we'll see what we can do. 3 attacks on 3s, all hit this time. Wounding on 3s. And no wounds. That is horrific from the combat specialist. Really not rolling well. The Zealot Specialist will get to go next and has 5 attacks again. I'm going to go 3 attacks into the one on the right hand side here and 2 into the one on the left with the drone because he didn't end up getting taken down. So we'll go the 3 attacks then into the one on the right hand side. Zealot Specialist as well, so this is going to be wounding on 2s because strength 6 on the charge with the Zealot Specialist with the Harlequin's Caress. So hitting on 3s though. Get 2 hits. Wounding is going to be on 2s, as I say. 2 wounds this time. So that'll be 2 6-up saves, minus 2 AP from the Caress. No saves, and it's just 1 damage weapon. 4 up to take him down, and does it, and they really needed that. So down goes the breacher on the right hand side. There's 2 attacks left from the split attacks there into the breacher on the left. Can he do it here? And needed 3s. 1 hit, wounding on 2s again for charging, wounds, Okay, however, obviously the breacher will inflict a mortal wound on the drone instead of the usual him taking the damage. So the drone will have to be the one to be taken out. 4 up to take him out then, and it does. So 4 up takes down the drone. Down he goes. And then we need to do an attack back with the breacher, who's going to fire warrior, who's going to go into the combat specialist on a 5 up, and nothing there. So then, points for the end of that round. They've recovered some intelligence. The Harlequins hold down the middle objective still, which isn't bad going, and get 3 points for that. The Harlequin at the back here managed to hang on for another point for that back objective. Harlequins lost their leader though, which is pretty big, and they will not hold objective 3, but the Tau hold down their own 2 objectives for 2 points. That's going to be 4-2 to the Harlequins going into battle round 2, but obviously Tau have the numbers currently, so we'll have to wait and see what they can do here. No drones left for the Tau though, which could make a difference, but 2-1 on command points as well for the Tau. Harlequins lost their leader, so don't get the extra point for that. 4-2 to the Harlequins though. They do have a lead. They've just got to see how they can hang on battle round 2. Only doing 4 battle rounds today, as always, guys. Capping the game off a bit for Kill Team. But Harlequins initiative roll for a 10, and they could do with initiative probably here, to be honest. Another one for the Tau, and the Tau will not get initiative. It will be Harlequins initiative battle round 2. So Harlequins having initiative again here this round. They're going to go first. I can't do anything, unfortunately, about these 2 in the middle. They're going to get fallen back from either way. The one thing I don't really like about Kill Team, to be honest. But there we go. Both of them are going to be lost in the dark a bit. But what we'll do, the medic specialist up top here is going to charge down into the demo specialist and try and take that objective from them. And that is going to be a 3d6 charge, but he's got nobody within 6 inches to help with Overwatch, so it's just going to be himself overwatching rapid fire half range, and that's going to be 6s, rerolling 1s for shooting, no 6 up. So the Harlequin player looks out that time, 3d6 charge being a Harlequin, and gets in an 8, which should do the job pretty well, and looks like it will, ignoring height obviously, so quite comfortably jumping down into some combat there with the demo specialist. Also forgot to point out, guys, there was no morale for battle round 1. No need for it last round, as their Harlequins are not quite below half their force yet, and there's no flesh wounds on the field. Tower completely fine for now. So it will just be after that charge there. These 2, like I say, can't really be doing much, unfortunately. They're going to have to try and hang in there. The Harlequin player at the back there can't really take on the battle suit there, so needs to kind of push forwards, and we'll try and charge the leader specialist here with 3d6, and he can't see him for Overwatch either, so just a decent little charge to flip over the trees there with his flip belt, see what we can get. And that is a nice roll for 11, easily going to jump over the rock, the trees, and just land in behind him. Going to drop down to there into combat with the leader specialist, with the pulse rifle, and try and even out the odds with the 2 leaders on either side being down at the end of battle round 2. That could help them a wee bit. It's on to the Tau and their movement phase. The breacher here is going to probably have to fall back and help out with this objective here. So he's fallen back and the other 2 have readied. He's been charged, the leader's been charged. So the battlesuit has 8-inch move and fly with the jetpack. So he's going to advance with assault weapons, and that will give him 11, which is pretty much what I want there, just to be able to jump him up onto the side of the rock here, ready to shoot down later in the turn. The 2 Harlequin players do have fusion pistols, so they have stuff they can shoot at if they survive. The 2 readied models here, though, for the Tau are going to get to go first. We'll go with the smart missile system, which will get buffed with comms. Would usually be 4 up, but goes 3 ups. I'm going to shoot into the Zealot Specialist, because that's the only one that's got fusion pistol in range of the battlesuit. So let's go for it. And needed 4s though, re-rolling 1s for Sarchet. And gets all 4 because he's now hitting on 3s due to the buff from the comms specialist. Strength 5, so needing 3s against the player. And all 4 are wounding. Wow, okay, so all into the combat specialist. He's got 4 4-up invuns to make. This is a good start from the Tau. Oh, and made all of them except for 1. Does he re-roll that last one? I think he does. Goes down to 0, and they'll spend their last command point, and he'll re-roll that. and doesn't get it. So the Tau on a 4-up will take him down, the smart missile system, which does. That's really unlucky for the Harlequins. Onto the last ready model for Tau, which is the pulse rifle, rapid fire into the Zealot Specialist Harlequin player. So this is going to be short range for 4s, pretty simple. Rerolling 1s, but no hits, all rerolls. Apologies, sorry, so the Zealot Specialist was the one that was meant to go down there. Just rejigged that. I did say that it was him I was going for because he was in range of the battle suit. It's the Combat Specialist that's just been shot by the pulse rifle, so he's the one that got away with it there. The Combat Specialist for me will now shoot into the other the Combat Specialist, sorry, with his fusion pistol will shoot into the Comm Specialist on a 3-up. And doesn't do it. Oh, it's really not working for the Harlequins. They needed that. They got no rerolls. Maybe I should have kept it for that, but doesn't do it. And if I'd have taken down the Comm Specialist, the turret would have gone too, and I could have dealt with this backline this turn, but not to be. And that could hurt the players now, the Harlequins, because next up is going to be the battle suit. Oh, the only one left is actually the battle suit, who will shoot down with his flame into the Combat Specialist. Can he survive this? D6 for 4 shots. It's within 8-inch range. Auto hitting, wounding on 3s for strength 4. Only got 2 wounds to be fair, so 2 4-up invuns for the Harlequin player. Can he do it? Doesn't. Fails 1, and it's a 4-up to take him down. Doesn't do it. However, the Tau have 2 command points. They'll re-roll that for a 4-up. And gets it, and the Combat Specialist goes down, and that's the difference when you've got command points, I suppose. There, the Harlequins lost their leader last turn, and so didn't get the additional one to re-roll their hit roll there, and the Combat Specialist failed. He really has sucked this game. He really was pretty bad in combat as well. The battle suit targeted him with everything, so he's done. It will be into the combat phase because these 2 charged and can't shoot their pistols this turn. So Harlequin's blade now after the charge with the player there, 4 attacks, and it's going to be on 3s. Gets 2 hits. Wounding is going to be on 4s, strength 3, toughness 4. It's user strength. Yeah, strength 3, toughness 3, so 4s. 1 wound. It's a 4-up save for the Tau leader specialist. Makes it as well, and it's going to hurt for the players now. They don't have the weapons to do this. So over here we've got the medic specialist with the Harlequin blade, 4 attacks into the demo specialist, and 2 hits. Wounding is going to be on 4s again. 1 wound, 4-up save for the rail rifle demo specialist, and makes it on a 5. Yeah, it's looking pretty bad for the Harlequins now. They just haven't had the luck on their side there, really. And they're always very hit and miss anyway, Harlequins. But that's the end of that turn, I believe. Harlequins will now need to take morale. There's no flesh wounds anywhere. Oh, actually, sorry, the leader specialist and the demo need to attack back, so we'll do that first. The Shah Sui leader gets 2 attacks in combat on 5s and gets 1 hit. Wounding is going to be strength 3, toughness 3, so 4s. No wound. Over this side, just 1 attack from the Pathfinder. Hits on a 5, gets it with a 6. Wounding on 4s, gets a wound. A 4-up invuln for the medic specialist. Makes it though. Okay, so they do last this turn, fair enough. But it will be over to morale, as I say, for broken test. Leadership 8 for the players that are on the field. So they need an 8 or less to succeed here. And they get an 8, so bang on there, just about. No negatives to them from what I can see there either, so that'll do them nicely. The Tau still have half or more of their kill team on the field, and they have no flesh wounds. So that is morale. It's into turn 3. Alright then, so the Harlequins are contesting this objective. The Tau fell back with this breacher and managed to have 2 on this objective over the 1 Harlequin player in the end, and so took that. And the battlesuit holds the middle one now for 3 points, which is big. So it was only 1 point for the Tau for this one, 3 for the middle, none for the Harlequins. That put Tau up to 6 points to the Harlequins 4. We'll play out this next battle round and see how the Harlequins do. but it's not looking good for them because the Tau can pretty much just fall back here as well. So I'm expecting them to just get shot to bits really, but and I think Tau have got the models to just go ahead on points. And the Harlequins have no leader, so they just go back up to 1 command point here. And we'll do a roll off for initiative. So the Harlequins getting a 6, the Tau getting a 6, so we'll do a reroll. Harlequins again getting a 10, and the Tau getting a 6. Nice. So the Harlequins get initiative. Once again, it's probably not going to really help them as the Tau can fall back, but we'll wait and see here. So going into battle round 3, it's going to be Harlequins initiative. They're both engaged, so can't even ready or anything. The Tau will now go, and the leader specialist here will just make moves 6 inches away, because then he knows he's already an inch away and will be outside of that fusion blasters, fusion pistols range. Same for the breacher. He's going to move, get outside a 6-inch range of that fusion pistol, ready to shoot. And they're outside of 6-inch range from both Harlequins there for their pistols, because they've only got fusion pistols at 6-inch range. These two here will just ready again, as they've always done. I'll then fall back again there as well with the demo specialist and do the same thing. He won't be able to shoot this round, he fell back. The battlesuit has nudged forward very slightly with the move so that he makes sure he's within range 8 inches of the Harlequin medic down there, and his burst cannon as well of both Harlequin players. So Tau just looking ready to finish off the Harlequin players this round. So it will be the readied Tau, then just the standard shooting for the other Tau models, such as the battlesuit and the breacher here, because the players are out of range of everything. The Tau have really sneakily kind of moved out of range. So it's just literally going to be the readied models first. We'll do 4 shots from the support turret into the player over here. And this is going to be comms by the comms specialist, might as well. So it's on 3s, re-rolling 1s. Re-roll the 1. For nothing there, so that is just going to be 3 hits. Wounding on strength 5, so 3s. Wounds with 2. 2 4-up invuns for the player. Makes 1, fails 1. He might as well re-roll one of those. It's going to be that all day long, isn't it really? So 4-up invun, and doesn't make it on a 3. So that's going to be 1 flesh wound roll for the support turret smart missile system on a 4-up. He goes down. And the flesh wounding this game and injury rolling has been insane. There hasn't been a single flesh wound. Down goes the player. It's been crazy. That was the smart missile system. The comm specialist himself has 2 shots rapid fire with his pulse rifle into the medic specialist. On 4s, re-rolling 1s. No cover for him. There we go. Hits, wounding on, it's going to be on a 3. Wounds on a 6, and it's going to be a 4-up invuln for the player who makes it. So player stays upright for now. It's going to be the battlesuit and the breacher to go. Kind of want the battlesuit to have the honours here, so he's going to flame up the last medic, the last player, sorry, the medic specialist, for D6 shots. That's 3. Auto hits. Wounding here is going to be on 3s. 2 wounds, sorry, and then 2 4-up invuns for the player. He makes 1, fails 1, no re-rolls left either. So that's just going to be a single flesh wound roll from the battlesuit, and there will be no cover there either, to be honest. So simple 4-up, misses, but we've got 1 re-roll this turn, down to 2 command points to re-roll the injury roll for a 4-up. Does it on a 6 without a doubt, even if he had cover. Down goes the medic specialist. And typical showing really there from the Harlequins. Very 50-50. They always just have the straight up 4-up invuln, and it can really, really hurt them. And the Tau are just so sneaky, they can just fall back and leave them out in the open and shoot them to bits. The battlesuit, as always, is so effective. No matter where you position your models on the battlefield, they can always drop down somewhere and cause real damage to a certain objective. And the drones really helped out the Tau. They've shielded most of their important units. To be honest, the Harlequins had a lot of bad luck that game, I have to be honest. Some really bad rolls, especially for the first combat here. The combat specialist couldn't get a single wound, and they were my stronger melee weapons. The idea was if they could have taken out those 2, which they should have done really, with shooting assist on the drones as well, to then consolidate left here into the Leader Specialist first turn, and then forwards with the other model into these two on the back line. And then most of this back line would have been wiped out by the end of turn 2 for the Harlequins if they'd actually got some average rolls, and the battlesuit would have been left on his own for the most part. So I do feel for the Harlequins there, you really just have to go all out with them and try and do the best you can, as you've just seen there, but they just couldn't get the rolls, and that tends to be how it goes for the Harlequins. But end of battle round 3 there, the Tau wiped out the Harlequins, and they had more points anyway there, 6-4 in the end. So well done to the Tau Empire. They've returned and once again won Kill Team today. They're very strong as always in Kill Team. Until next time guys, make sure you subscribe to the channel for all the future Kill Team content. We've got all the new stuff coming for Kill Team this year hopefully. So I hope you've enjoyed this one. There'll be plenty more to come. Throw a like on the video guys, make sure that you're at least subscribed, and make sure to leave comments down below as well. That's really important. But I hope you've enjoyed this one, and until next time for more Kill Team, happy skirmishing. Hi there, thank you for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please do make sure you are subscribed to the channel and make sure to hit the notification bell. Also throw us a like on the video and leave us a comment down below. Finally, if you would care to support the long-term progress and stability of the channel, please sign up to become a Patreon member in the link below the video for as little as $3 per month, just like the amazing people to the left of me. You will gain access to many different benefits, but you will also be making sure that we can still put out videos for the foreseeable future. Thanks for watching, and you can check out more of the videos here right on our channel, Everything Skirmish. But until next time, happy skirmishing guys.